at Filthy McNasty's in Canada, the world's greatest sports bar. I'm here with my good friend Liam McGuire. For those of you who don't know Liam McGuire, get your head out of your ground. This man knows everything and anything about hockey. If you have some trivia questions you want to throw his way, bring it on up. He'll take anything and everything, short of people that are related. You know, this guy played in the third string of whatever. I mean, you know, let's make it comparable and easy to do. Anyway, we'd like to talk about some hockey stuff, as this is the Nasty Hockey Show. Seeing as how the trade deadline is coming up on Tuesday, that might be a good point to start. Other than the Sens winning in overtime today, maintaining first in the conference. What are the things that we know is going to happen on Tuesday? Liam?
First of all, thanks very much. Glad to be back here, albeit very shortly. I got to leave in a few minutes, unfortunately, but I think what we know on Tuesday is there will be an incredible amount of boring TV, and there will be a lot of, at the very most, probably some in the neighborhood of 15 or 16 transactions. I think it'll be 8 or 10 down from last year's 25. And I think the real problem, obviously, is the no trades. A shocking statistic released a couple days ago publicly that there are 104 no trade contracts in the National Hockey League. There's one in the NBA, belongs to Kobe Bryant, and 104 in the NHL. Almost all of them on the Toronto Maple Leafs, seemingly. But it's 104, which is a shocking total. So we need some names, obviously, to waive their no trades, and that'll excite things up quite a bit. But I think Dan Boyle, I think Marian Hossa, and Brian Campbell are all going to move. I think maybe to answer your question, it's probably all we really know for sure. The rest is we're going to need some help from a fan perspective for some guys to waive their no trades.
I think Sundin's going to waive his no trade.
My gut says Mats will. I think Cliff Fletcher is going to convince him somehow. But the conundrum there is that the speculation is that the real good deal for the Leafs would be to Anaheim for Bobby Ryan and the Ducks pick that they got for Edmonton signing Dustin Penner, which is going to probably be a lottery pick and could be Steve Stamkos or Drew Doughty. That'd be huge for the Leafs, huge. But the speculation is that Mats is more inclined to want to stay close to home, which is either Ottawa or Montreal. And then what does Toronto do? Could they even conceivably deal him to one of those teams? So, or could even either of those teams offer up enough that what Toronto would want? So it's a real interesting situation there, and certainly something to watch for.
Wouldn't it be interesting to see Alfie and Mats attempting to throw their stick into the crowd just to get a little reaction? That would go over well, I think. And they're both on the same team. That would be sweet. So, yes, Leafs suck. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's good. So, seeing as how Liam's on a tight schedule this evening, if anybody's got some hockey questions, start thinking them up now, some trivia stuff. Get his head spinning before he goes and coaches his son's hockey game this evening. In the meantime, we'll keep pressing forward with some trade talk, maybe some goalie controversy that we have in Ottawa, which, as far as I'm concerned, hasn't been settled yet. Emery's been given the hot hand and the hot glove 3 starts in a row, and then 4 in a row, and looks like he might get the next one because he won this game, although they were down 3-0. What are they going to do? Are they going to keep both of these guys on? Is Gerber the guy, or is Gerber going to fill in at any time at all? Is Emery going to be the hot hand riding into the playoffs? What do you think?
First of all, that's a huge win today. And if you're an Ottawa Senator fan, that's a massive win. Down 3-0. Yeah, you got to be pretty pumped about that. It's keeping first place in the conference, so that's a big win for sure. And especially down 3-0 and coming back in Pittsburgh, that's a huge win. Emery's got 4 starts in a row, so obviously the win and you're in went out a few games ago because they're riding him right now. Speculation also, because that's what we do. We speculate and you listen to what the rumors say. The rumors suggest that maybe Emery being showcased so Brian Murray can deal him, and that the Brain Trust and or a number of players still upset with his antics of this year. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. He played decent today, for sure. He's been decent since these 4 games. But I frankly don't think he or Martin Gerber has got what it takes to get Ottawa back to the finals. I just don't know what else is out there that is going to help you this year that's available. Nikolai Habibulin would be the best goalie, but he's hurt right now and has played terrible this year. Dwayne Rolson is another guy that's been speculated on. I don't think either one of them, frankly, right now are better than Emery or Gerber. So you dance with the one who brung you and roll the dice and hope it works out for you. But that was a big win today. Big win.
Yep. I agree with the big win. However, I don't know how many people would have thought that Ty Conklin would have been the saving grace for the Pittsburgh Penguins either. So, you know, you've got these goalies that are out there. Some of them look great on the surface, some of them aren't. But then you bring them to a new, breath of fresh air, a new team, a new concept, and all of a sudden they start showing up to be the goalie that they were projected to be in the first place years ago. So who knows what's out there? But I can't really see any team taking any of these guys for the amount of money that they want.
Exactly.
I mean, you're looking at upwards of 13 mil between the two of them to finish out their contracts.
Yeah.
And that's huge money. And who's going to pick that up?
Well, there's always someone who wants to take your baggage. That's why guys get moved around. You know, I mean, Brian Fogarty got a lot of chances for, regretfully, his untimely passing. But you know, there's always somebody willing to take your baggage off your hands. Not necessarily in. I mean, whether they move Emery or not, I don't know. I mean, Ty Conklin's been a journeyman player. Believe me, Pittsburgh aren't going to the Stanley Cup Finals with Ty Conklin. You know, so I mean, it's you're looking at who's a goaltender that can help you win the Stanley Cup, who's a goaltender who can help you win your conference. And right now, I mean, all Ottawa's got to ride on is Emery got the job done last year. It's just he's been a cartoon character this year.
Yeah.
It's been a colossal screw up the way he has conducted himself. It's been an embarrassment to hockey, an embarrassment to his team, and it's. Frankly, remains to be seen if they'll be able to overcome that. That's why I think there is some truth to the fact that they could be showcasing him. I mean, Javi Boulin's got $6.5 million alone on his contract. He's making what Gerber and Emery are making together. So the fact that it's $3.5 million, believe me, Rick DiPietro's $4.25. There's all sorts of goalies making more money than Emery or Gerber. It's just a lot of people don't look at Gerber and Emery right now as definitive number one goaltenders, and they aren't. And it's just a question of if the big line comes through, then you can get away with subpar goaltending, especially in the East, because the East is crap compared to the West.
Yeah. So my issue though, I agree with you on Emery's antics and how he's kind of flying off the handle, he's doing some crazy stuff. Thing is though, last year at this time, everybody was loving that. They thought he was this. You know, he's off the cuff. He's late a little bit here and there. He's getting into a bit of a traffic accident going down to catch the train or the plane to get down to the game. I mean, he was doing some crazy stuff. All the other goalies, you can't get anything out of them. You can't talk to them. They got no personality. They're all withdrawn. This guy has personality. He's got more clothes in his closet than my wife does. More shoes than all of us put together. I mean, like, this guy's just off the cuff as far as a goalie goes. Last year, we were loving it. This year, he's not doing so well. He's doing the same stuff, except he's got a couple more issues in practice and stuff. But nevertheless, we loved him last year when he was winning. We're not loving him so much this year when he's not.
Well, I think the problem is when you have your captain and one of your veteran guys like Mike Fisher have to go public and make the statements that they do about him. This is a whole different than 12 months ago. This is a guy who was late for an 11 o'clock practice and then missed going to the right rink at 4 in the afternoon in Long Island. So as much as I appreciate maybe you're trying to stir something up here, really, frankly, that's really bullshit. I mean, it's Emery's a joke, and his antics are a joke. They will never win the Stanley Cup with him in the lineup. That's my view. And I think the better or the quicker they can deal him, the better. And then you ride Gerber, and whatever happens, happens. But the bottom line is, the way he's conducted himself this year has been an embarrassment to him, the team, and the game of hockey. And when you have your captain go public and echo that sentiment, that's a lot different than you and I sitting here on an internet show and offering up our opinions. This is the captain of the team and Mike Fisher having to go on chastising the guy. To me, that spoke volumes.